Hello, Free Radical here, and basically, I want to get it out there about where I believe, and I believe that we're in a nebula. A nebula is right there, and I believe a particular nebula without getting into any of basically, I'm making shorter and shorter videos. I have a huge explanation on one of them, but then no one seems to watch. Hopefully, this is the pick of the day. I have fabulous, unprecedented. Either picks I have from the Earth are basically even better than the ones from space, in my opinion, because we never had skies like this. I don't care. We had overcast. We had chemtrails. We had fucking glare. We, excuse my expression, the sun was so dull. And this, basically, all around here are the clouds around the nebula, the dark deep blue, and then the structures in the middle, which are stars that are forming, along with these golden mountains, makes just a majestic. Time is short, repent, find Jesus. If you haven't found Jesus, I've been studying this stuff for 25 years and I am yet to find anything that disputes the fact that Jesus Christ, or Yeshua in Hebrew, didn't exist and wasn't the Son of God. Basically, he is the Son of God and he's coming back. Satan knows his time is short. Basically, Satan's doing everything, all sorts of lying wonders, and basically, in Daniel, it talks about the Antichrist saying he looks to change times and laws. Basically, the angel with the key to the bottomless pit um, opens the pit and basically lets out a bunch of demons that are in the shapes of locusts, and they can hurt men for 5 months, but they seek death and will not find it. The angel with the key to the bottomless pit is, check this out, has an angel over them named in Greek Apollyon. Now, CERN, basically the Hadron Collider, the biggest two magnets probably on the planet. There's a few different countries. China has one, Russia has one, but this one is basically more like a NATO one. It's built in over a 300-mile elliptical underground facility, basically, and it's in France and Switzerland. And guess what? It's built on the Temple of Apollo. They first started out to find the Higgs boson God particle. They found that. They've been apparently trying to open the doors to other dimensions, but also, as if you remember in Marvel Endgame, remember Strange basically searched multiple timelines and they only found one where they could win. Now, the Satan used AI to search multiple timelines to find other places, other Earths, and the only thing I can think of is we're told that the Carina Nebula is 7,600 miles away from us, but in the same Milky Way system. Now, there's no way it could come to us or we could come to that in a normal. But basically, switch timelines. I was raised on Sagittarius A. Basically, now it's a black hole. Is they waiting when they're facing certain destruction, and basically they just fired it up pretty big 2 weeks ago, and basically this is what we got. I never saw any of these pictures before, and I check pictures all the time and take pictures all the time, and basically, you know, the multiverse is talked about more and more, dark matter, all sorts of stuff. The quantum computers, which basically, the multiverse is basically copies and copies of yourself with one small, maybe minor adjustment. Make a book might be red instead of green. Something that doesn't seem that significant but could definitely tell it apart unless you look for it. Hence the Mandela effect found by Fiona Broome. Half the people thought Mandela died in jail, and the other half thought he got out of jail after 30 years and became president. That's the Mandela effect. Biggest one I ever have, two biggest ones were the Berenstain Bears, and now they're the Berenstain Bears with the A. They were the, excuse me, they were the Berenstein Bears, but now they're the Berenstain Bears. I know that doesn't sound like a big deal to you, but when you had it, there's so many of them, and the other biggest one was, I swear, I've seen it multiple times throughout my life. It is drilled into my psyche. The Kennedy assassination had four people in it. The governor and his wife weren't in that car. Now there's six people. If you can see, you can't even find anything except there's one museum that has actually four people in it. I believe it's the JFK Museum. All right, getting back to this. So I believe that basically they're using CERN to jump timelines to different Earths, and why I believe they're so excited about the Carina Nebula and that star right in the middle. I believe that's our galaxy. I believe because I've checked multiple ones, and Well, we're gonna end it at that. But basically, you can see where I'm getting. Satan knows his time is short, so what does he need more than time? He knows that we win in the end. Please turn your life over to Jesus, please.